Whenever Howard and Morgan get together on either side of the Gladys Noon Spelman Parkway, it is lit. And it was lit and off the chain here at Hill Fieldhouse. But when the dust settled last Saturday, it was the team from the south side of the Parkway that went home with the dub. It's your boy Mark Gray. We HBCU road tripping from Hill Fieldhouse in Baltimore, Maryland at my alma mater. It's the HBCU Sports Nation, and we pulling out from Baltimore now.
Black out the room. Ride, come on. Black college, stand up. HBCU. 2, 3, 4.
Howard and Morgan got together, and while it wasn't the normal energy that you would get when the semester started, it was simply off the chain. The band was in rare form. The teams came out. Morgan was shooting the lights out in the first half, and at one point, they led by as many as 8 points. But Howard found a gear in the second half behind 3 20-point performances. All conference potentially, Steve Settles, he was huge. He made 7 of 13 field goals, 21 points. Elijah Hawkins, the freshman, he dropped 20. And RANDALL BRUMANT came through with 22 of his own. Bison with 3 players in double figures, and Morgan could not keep up despite the brilliant performances of Dorian Ware with 23 points. Keith McGee stepped up with 18. Bears get 4 players in double figures, but it's not enough. Howard gets the dub. A big MEAC victory. These two teams are going to meet again All-Star Weekend in Cleveland before the big show. Stay with us. We're going to talk with Markquese Bell, one of the top NFL prospects representing FAMU and the HBCUs as we head to the Combine. It's the HBCU Sports Nation, breaking you off from Smash Sports.
Black out the room. Ride, come on. Black college, stand up. HBCU.
Florida A&M's Markquese Bell joins us right now. At 6'3", 205 pounds, he would seem to be the prototypical size, and with blazing FAMU Florida speed, the perfect NFL prospect as a defensive back. So, Keith, thanks for taking the time to join us on a very busy, hectic time in your life. Congratulations on the opportunity that stands before you, but what kind of challenges are you facing to take advantage of this chance?
Honestly, just taking it step by step, just focusing on what I have in front of me at that point. So right now it's just training. Then we have an all-star game. Then back from the all-star game, back to training, getting myself prepared for the combine and pro day. Just trying to keep a level head. Just don't let it overwhelm me.
I want to take you back to the regular season for a second, if I could, because you opened up the season with a tough loss against Jackson State, and then by the end of the season, there are many people who thought that the Rattlers were even better than the team that ultimately won the conference championship. What was it like transitioning from the MEAC to the SWAC, and where do you fall on that notion of, since we're dealing in a mythical space, so to speak, FAMU being the national champion nonetheless?
Honestly, SWAC, MEAC, football is football. You still gotta go out there and play. You still gotta compete at the highest level. It's still college football at the end of the day. So transitioning from the MEAC to the SWAC wasn't a big difference. I would say personally, I felt like, playing in the MEAC, it was a lot more physical, playing schools all up and down the East Coast, going all the way up to Howard, Norfolk. I believe like a lot of those northern schools were like some of our toughest opponents. And as for HBCU national champions, honestly, like, I believe, if we would have played Jackson State later on in the season, we probably would have got a different outcome. But, we had the first game jitters, started off a little slow, and, missed the field goal, and, just things didn't end the way we wanted it to. But we bounced back, and we had a phenomenal season. Made the FCS playoffs, first time in a long time for FAMU and HBCU football. So I believe, this year wasn't a disappointing season.
Well, talk for a second about the atmosphere between the two conferences. I've always said that from a straight off the field standpoint, once you go SWAC, you always come back. Whereas the MEAC, traditionally, A&T, and maybe Bethune, South Carolina State might fall into the category where it's football is important, homecoming every weekend. Everywhere else in the MEAC, homecoming just on homecoming. What'd you like about playing in front of the vibe of the SWAC fan?
That's one thing that I can't take away from the SWAC. Like, they bring fans to every game, home, away. You're going to get that crowd. You're going to get that energy. It's more southern style football. So, down south, y'all love y'all football. So, it's great energy. I love playing in front of the crowds in the SWAC.
And what's it going to take for you to get that call on draft night? Take me, what do you think your strengths that you're trying to show, and what are your weaknesses that you're trying to get better at?
Honestly, I just feel like I just have to show people that I can actually run. I don't think teams believe I can actually, go out there and run. So I'm trying to shot the world, go out there and pull out a fast 40. Not going to give anybody a time yet. Just know combine is going to be a lot of eyes open. Like this kid is fast. And things I think I need to work on. I've honestly been working on my man coverage. Being more of a vocal leader. Trying to know everything from the D line to the linebackers, corners. Trying to, be more of a general on the back end.
That is Markquese Bell. He wears number 23 in the program, number 1 DB in your hearts, boys and girls. FAMU Rattlers taking the legacy that includes the likes of the great Ken Riley on into his chance at going into NFL stardom. Keith, best of luck to you, man. We're going to keep in touch and track you all the way to hopefully what we hear will be your name called during one of the 3 days of the 2022 NFL Draft. Thanks, bro.
1, 2, 3, hit it. Black out and move. Ride, come on. Black college, stand up. HBCU.
Hey folks, y'all be ready. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in Baltimore at the end of February. Don't forget, this is the home for the next 3 years of the CIAA basketball tournament. Looking forward to hanging out with some crab cakes and some hoop action. So what you need to do right now is you need to make your way over to the CIAA website. Come to Baltimore. It's gonna be lit here that weekend. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget, we always open. We like a certain motel chain, 24/7, 365. I'm Mark Gray. I look to see you around the HBCU Sports Nation. And don't forget to check the Sure Shot on YouTube as well.